Welcome to our very first episode of the Conk Sessions podcast. And today I'm here with my friend and longtime photographer, Faizo. And we're going to discuss how to navigate from hiring equipment to owning your very first camera. And we all know how that experience is thrilling. So, Faizo, briefly introduce yourself to the viewers.
Hello viewers, nice to be here. Thank you, Emma, for honoring me with such a great opportunity to be on this platform. I find it so pleasing to have a word or two to fellow creatives out there, mostly those that are just starting up this journey.
Great.
I'm just happy to be here.
Great. And we really hope you learned something from our stories and how we navigated from renting equipment throughout the profession and owning the first equipment. So I would like to ask, what was your first experience owning a camera, or in your first gig, was the camera yours or did you rent it for your first gig?
It's just a wonderful question, full of memories here and there. Like my first camera, man, good enough I never hired the camera at first. I began with a Canon 1100D.
I remember those cameras.
Yeah, that was my first gadget. I bought it from a certain journalist. That's the camera actually I started with. I never saw the challenges of hiring gadgets because I faced the challenges later, not at the start.
Okay.
Because I began with mine. It was a cheap one, full of actually it was challenging because I never knew how to professionally operate a camera.
True.
I just woke up one day, felt like I need to be a photographer, and I really took action and went and looked for the first camera that I bought. And it was that Canon plus a speed light. Remember, it was a Yongnuo. If you know those speed lights.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's my first camera. But then with time, I remember my first gig I got, the introduction. This was after some good months while in the game. Remember, in this period you're in the game, you're sharing some other creatives out there.
True.
Bakugamba, this camera is better. This is good. Now, I get a gig. I got an intro, my first introduction gig, and I was like, I can't go with this camera. I really need some good results.
Yes.
I go hire a 5D Mark II. I remember I got it from Kawe. Is it Kawempe?
Yes.
That side. A guy called Liam Films. I don't know if he's still in this business, but he gave me a 5D Mark II with a 50mm plus a 70-200. Remember, I never used the 50mm. I never knew you could take a picture and you see blur behind the subject. So crispy, like it looks so beautiful without even being edited. You know what the 70-200 does.
Can do, yes.
The reason as why I never took so long in this hiring system is because I'm really so careful with people's things.
Just right there on the points you've hinted on, I would like to ask another question. Did you ever get frustrated by the hiring process, and what are some do's and don'ts for people there who are hiring equipment?
Oh, that's so wonderful. It's a wonderful question, actually. Yeah, I got frustrated somewhere, somehow, because I didn't stop hiring that day. I went further and hired cameras some other days. And now you realize there are some things you really need to do, and there are some things you don't really need to if you're still hiring equipment. I see so many young upcoming creatives out there. I'm not saying I'm a senior, but at least I've been here for some time.
Yes, yes.
I really see some young creatives out there that are making some mistakes in this system of hiring. There are some things you really don't need to. First of all, you need to make research about the rental options.
Yes.
Because there are so many people in this game that are hiring equipment. First, find out how much is this hired. If Emma is at this price, how much is Faizo
Hiring.
you get?
Yes.
You need to check and be like, have that knowledge. Who works for me? You need actually to make a survey about the condition of the gadgets.
True.
Of each and every one. Because these gadgets that are hired, everyone handles them in their own way.
True.
You get? The way you handle your equip is not the way I handle mine.
Very true.
Meaning, if I hire it from you right now, and another person hires, somewhere, somehow, this gadget will not be in the same condition.
True.
So you need to find out the condition of the gadgets that you're hiring. Furthermore, you need to understand the rental terms. Because these people that are hiring these equipments, they have their own terms. Let's say the person will give you a lens and tells you, if I give you my lens today, tomorrow by exactly 10 sharp, I need it right here.
True.
So you need to obey. Because in these very steps that you're going through are the ones that you're going to be using in case you happen to have your own equipment.
True.
And you happen to start hiring it to some people. So I see young people nowadays, how can I say, someone hires, let's say, camera today, goes on a shoot and tells you, Emma, man, these people postponed their thing. It was for Saturday. I told you Saturday I picked the equipment on Friday, but they said, again, we shall work on Sunday. And yet the guy worked on Saturday.
Very true.
You get? So you end up like ruining the whole process. The trust from the people that are giving you equipment.
Very true.
Because you're not being honest with them. You need to be honest so that you please people that are giving you their equipment.
Yes.
Because someone is trusting you with his 6 million or 7 million plus. You go with it on a small fee.
Yes.
Why don't you be honest? So it's one of the things I really advise young creatives out there, please. Kindly be honest, because it does not stop on hiring equipment only, but even to your clients. And another thing where I see is many young creatives out there don't plan ahead. For example, a person knows I'll work, let's say, on the 19th of November. He's even booked. He knows he doesn't have anything like a lens, or he doesn't have any equip. And he waits to contact to contact people that hire equip in November still.
That's very absurd.
You never made plans with these people that are hiring. You want to call them just right away. Yo, Emma, how are you? Hey, I need this and this.
Yeah.
This is not a border business that every time, anytime, any day,
You'll find what
you
need.
can find a border guy and takes you to where you want to go. You may even find the equipment that you found is not okay. You get?
Yeah.
So you need to plan ahead. Give the guys a call. If possible, pay the man also.
Book earlier.
Yes, book earlier so that you get better equip. You may find the lens you found has some issues.
Yes.
The camera you found has some issues. But this all happens because you never planned
Ahead.
You didn't plan for it. Then another thing is inspecting gear. As you're taking someone's equip, make sure you know what you took. Some other people have these stickers. Some other people know their cameras have some damages somewhere.
Yes.
They know the marks on their cameras. They know the marks on their lenses. Be in position to tell that I took your camera, it had a crack down here. It's not me that put it.
True.
I took your batteries, they had this error. One had sellotape on it. It's not me that put it. I took your lens, it could not zoom in well. Another thing is, don't assume. In this aspect, I mean, don't assume the specifications, the compatibility of the gear. Yes, you don't need to assume, because you'll be disappointed on set.
Yes.
You take a lens expecting results that are good, and you reach, it brings you back this previous point of inspecting gear. Please don't assume. Someone just tells you, oh, the phone, yeah, it's good. It's a 24-70. But we all know zoom lenses are not all that good for some good time. So, and these people that are in hiring business, a few of them are always in field. So it's on rare occasions that they happen to the problems of their equipment.
Very true.
You get?
Yeah, some of them are just hiring for the business. They're not.
So for you, make your call, your own assumption, I'm getting some good gear. But even the person you're getting gear from doesn't even know the problem of the gear.
True.
You get? Doesn't know. And another thing that is really so important, actually, don't delay returns. Delaying returns kills trust.
True.
You get? You delay returns. For example, you took my lens today and you want to bring it back on Monday, but you took it on a Saturday.
And usually you find in this hiring business, there are people in line waiting to use that same product.
Exactly, because the person you got that equip from, that is his business. Meaning the clients he has are the clients that pick gadgets. So the more you deal with my gadget, you're killing my business.
True.
Yes, you're killing my business.
Anyway, aside from that, what are some of the financial strategies you employed to make sure that after all the hiring hassles, you were able to buy your own equipment?
Upon that, I would say, one is you need to build what I call financial discipline in you as a creative.
True.
Because I've seen people that have been in this game for years, and people that have had better gigs.
Very true.
But don't own any. Not even a camera, not even a lens cap.
That's funny, but
true. You get? And they are comfortable with it. Takes financial discipline, determination. This determination makes you set a goal.
True.
This year I need to own this. This year I need to own this.
Very true.
You know? And the journey to owning your own equip, it's more pushed according to where you've been getting equipped from.
True.
How have you been treated? How has it been when you were still hiring? You get?
Me, I believe the people we used to hire from sometimes are the ones who push us to buy our own equipment. Depending on how you've
there is someone you go to pick something, and honestly, something happens. You didn't use the equip, you use it in the wrong time or days that you didn't tell him. Okay, let's say you picked it, you were supposed to work on a Friday, something happened and you worked on a Saturday. Or you worked on a Friday, but you came back late. You never brought the thing on the exact time you were supposed to bring.
Yes.
You get? And someone doesn't accept.
They won't understand.
They won't understand.
All they want is money.
Exactly. So all these will push you to be like, Banange,
I need to do something.
I need to find a better solution.
In the long run,
yes,
as I always say, it is those people who challenge us with hiring things. One time, personally, my own story is I had equipment. I had a camera For a shoot I was excited for. Nagamba bano ngenda batta shot ku shot. Huh? On reaching, the lens cannot focus. Even in manual focus, the lens is fake. I almost cried. And that day I took the money home, but I realized what I was going to deliver to the client is not what I wanted.
Just a year, no, 2 years back, I hired a D800. My camera had issues, so I had taken it to a mechanic. So I hired the D800. You know me with the D800. That's my favorite body.
I know you love the D800.
Now, reaching on set, the camera had issues. It could take some pictures overexposed, some underexposed, some okay. Not because of the settings I put, but the body itself had issues. Bro, that was the worst day of my
I can relate. I've gone through my own saga with hiring equipment. And
the other camera really made me suffer that day. Because you take the first shot, it is overexposed. The second shot is nice, like the settings you've put. I thought it was bracketing. I set everything actually. I set everything to the extent that I even put the camera in manual and the lens in manual. I thought maybe this camera is...
Maybe it would work better in manual.
But the owner told me later
that it had issues.
That the camera had issues.
After you had given them...
This is why I'm telling you to inspect the gear.
True.
You come to know all these problems.
On set,
and actually I advise people, if you're going to hire equipment, please pick it a day before.
Yes.
Or some hours before. Take some simple shots. Sometimes it doesn't make sense to some, but you may notice a small thing that will affect you on set.
Yes.
So take a few shots there. Just sampling there, you notice something about the camera. While taking those simple
That way you can prepare better in case of anything.
Exactly, that's my point.
Yeah. Shout out to Pixels and Cams. Those guys were there for me in my journey. Thank you, Brian, for always being a good hire guy. Much as the other stories about other people who hire. But to tell you the truth, those people are rarely responsible for what happens to the equipment. It is usually the guys who use the equipment that also have a role to play in damaged equipment. Someone hires equipment, damages it on set, and they just bring it back and keep quiet. So shout out to all those guys who are hiring equipment, to all those who are starting. And I pray for everyone that in your journey, you'll also own your first camera soon. And I know that feeling will be thrilling and you'll enjoy it, whereby you don't have to depend on anyone to say, hello, I have a gig tomorrow. It's just pack your equipment and go and work. And as we conclude, I'd like to ask, how did your creative freedom improve after owning your very first camera?
Bro, to all the creatives out there, when you buy your own equipment, it's more of like freedom. It's more of like peace of mind.
Very true.
It's more of like, what can I say? It's just like, man, it's full of happiness, full of joy. Let me tell you this. One, when you buy your own equip, you save more.
True.
You save more. That's automatic. Savings, it's automatic. Secondly, you start enjoying creating.
Yes.
Because you're not panicking. You don't rush clients. See, many clients have always asked me, why are you always so patient with us, even if we are not on time? But they just don't know that I don't have things on set that are not mine.
Anyone calling to say how far?
I'm not getting calls of how far. You're at peace. You don't rush. You just feel like, this picture is not okay. Have you put off your clothes? No, first come back. You put your lights again, and you tell her to pause.
Yeah.
and take the shots again
Mm.
because you're not rushing.
Mm.
So owning your own equipment is one thing I would really advise people that have capacity to own to get.
Yes.
Get your own equipment.
Mm.
Because God forbid, but even in those bad days of, let's say, theft, if it's your own equipment, it will hurt you, but not the same way it would have hurt you if it's not your if it's not your equipment.
Very true.
You get?
Mm.
Because this way you're crying not for your own stuff,
Mm.
but the tears are for
Someone else's stuff.
exactly.
Mm.
Because you have to buy, like it or not.
The owner will want it back.
The owner will want his equipment.
Mm.
You see, these things are expensive.
Very.
Just look at this Sony. You know the price.
Very expensive.
You see? Now imagine hiring this camera and something happens. So when you buy your own equip, you've cut off all this.
Yes.
You have that peace. Like, it is more of like an independence. You're now independent.
You can do anything at any time. You don't need to depend on anyone to go and create content. Well, you've heard him. From everything we've shared, I know you'll pick up some nitty-gritty, something that will help you. If you believe this can impact or has impacted your life, please feel free to share with other people out there. And we shall be running more episodes every week, week in, week out. You can also feel free to discuss or to propose a topic for our next guest. And depending on the topic, we shall choose someone appropriate to discuss it. For now, thank you from me and Faizo. Bye.